The seventh episode being a good episode, like, thank God, because that means 8 and 9 are just going to go up from here. But to take this long. Hey everyone, welcome back to Canon Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I will be reviewing She-Hulk, episode 7. And guess what? I know it hasn't been my favorite show, but this is one of the better episodes, and thank God for that, because we are coming up to this finale and something has to make some sense of it. The only peeve that I have is that we finally have a sense of direction after 7 episodes, and we kind of know where this is going. I think the Hulk King should have come in a bit earlier. It came in way too late in this season for anyone to actually care who the villain is and what's been happening. And also, I'm gonna say this again, I kind of touched upon it last week's episode. It's the fact that you were marketing Daredevil, and like that would have been such a nice cameo to have and kind of surprise us with, instead of like putting it in the trailer. It was just ruined, and then everyone's kind of waiting for Matt Murdock. Everyone's kind of waiting for Daredevil, and I think that's the issue right now with the second half of this season. Sure, we got to know Jen, but I really do think we got to know Jen in this episode. I've been saying it for the past 6 episodes. If you guys have been watching, you know my thoughts on this. We finally get to see that little struggle that she has with her identity with She-Hulk and with Jen Walters. That is what I've been needing. But also, like, she finally talks about it after that really sweet guy Josh at the wedding, you know, goes on a couple of dates with her, they have sex, blah blah blah. He doesn't message her back. And again, it's like that could have been a really nice relationship to explore, and she finally addresses her persona after what happens with Josh. But again, it's happened before with an even bigger, like, a-hole as a one-night stand. And it's like, well, why didn't we address it then? Why are we addressing it now? And then we find out that Josh is working for the Hulk King. And we're addressing it now just because, they became more intimate, which also doesn't make any sense because she did get intimate as She-Hulk and now she got intimate as Jen. So I don't understand what the difference there is emotionally when trying to go on dates and stuff like that. So I think that they kind of neglected that aspect just so they can use it now to make sense of it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying finally, you know what I mean? I just think the placement doesn't make any sense because she should have been still feeling that as She-Hulk because she's still Jennifer Walters in that body. So it's not like she blacks out when she's She-Hulk. Like, that was only at the beginning. She doesn't black out now as She-Hulk. It's like seamless. So that's what I don't understand on top of that. But it was a good episode. I love that we got some more Tim Roth. I really love him as Emil Blonsky. I thought the whole like retreat aspect was a lot of fun. I like that Jen opened up. Don't get me wrong. Do I like that she opened up to Emil Blonsky? Not necessarily. Do I like that she opened up to an all-male group of like people who think that they're something they're not? Like, it's just something that I was not okay with because Nikki's right there. Sure, Nikki doesn't like understand the duality of it, but it's the fact that like you make the show so female centric, feminism straight throughout, and then you have her open up about her identity issues as a woman, more importantly, to a group of men. I didn't understand that. I understand that these men have been struggling with their own identity. I get that. I'm not saying like this is a massive deal, but again, you're pushing for feminism. It's a very female-centric show, and then she's opening up to a group of men. It felt right, but at the same time, it didn't because of what the show consists of in regards to women's issues. So that's the only thing that I was confused about. It's a good episode. I'm very surprised. Like, the 7th episode being a good episode, like, thank God, because that means 8 and 9 are just going to go up from here, but to take this long to actually have a sense of direction. The writing wasn't too bad. And the reason the writing wasn't too bad is that there wasn't a lot of courtroom terminology, legal terminology. I feel like if you're just treating her as a woman and not a lawyer, that's the strength of this show. And that's very unfortunate because it is a legal comedy. So that's what I don't understand. The further away they get from the courtroom, the better the episodes are. Interesting. So yeah, I like this episode. I'm surprised I liked it. The one thing about Josh, and I think many people have said this, is that they've treated every single guy that she has known as like this a-hole. Except for Pug. I love him. We're gonna get one good guy, like just one good guy that's gonna be like, hey, friends, yay. Not that it's her cousin. Her brother's kind of mean to her. You know, the only nice person technically is Tim Roth as Emil Blonsky, which is interesting. So I think Jen really needed this getaway to process everything, especially the fact that like that, you know, the last date didn't really go as planned and she kept checking her phone. She needed that getaway to meditate, to kind of process who she is. Again, I've been waiting for this episode. I've been waiting for her to actually explore her identity issues as She-Hulk and Jennifer Walters, and we got it. I think they did a really good job. I just don't think it should have been in front of men. That's it. And I know that's like, but equality. It's like, yes, but you're the one drilling into us that it's a female-centric show. Anyway, I'm not going to get back into that. It's just the fact that it took this long to get something like this, and it's a good episode. I think it's one of the better episodes. Episode 1 is still like the strongest, and then like episode 7 was really good. Everything else in the middle was just not it for me. So if you guys enjoyed episode 7, is it your favorite episode? Please let me know. You guys can always follow me over at AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.